Enter the bounce room. While it would be a lot of fun to watch Jasmine, Audrey, and Jeff all race each other, you felt a little pit of worry forming in your gut. Jeff had already made a lot of noise, and even if Gregorio was supposed to be drunk and barely able to function, there was no guarantee. You really wanted to have some fun in the bounce room before leaving this creepy funhouse, and so you put your foot down.
Come on, guys. Are you sure that you really want to slide back down there? Back with the rats?
Jasmine squeaked and leaped back from the pole.
Okay, I forgot about them.
Ha! Looks like I win.
Audrey gloated.
You haven't even raced yet.
Jeff said, confused.
I don't know, dude. Rats sound like some good spooky fun.
Brad scratched his forehead.
Nah, you're right. Those rats cause trouble when they get in. They're not exactly scared of people. We're just here to mess around, not to get rabies.
Buzzkill.
Jeff muttered. Audrey cocked her head, worried.
So, no race then?
Nope. You all win.
Mohammed said dully. You encouraged them.
Race in the bounce room. Its obstacle course is perfect for a race, and the rest of us can just spend some time goofing off and jumping around. Imagine it, all these trampolines and no annoying little kids to get in the way. When are you going to get a better shot?
Next time we break in.
Brad said with a snort.
Seriously though, I hear ya. I've never tried hanging around in there without any visitors. I think it could be a lot of fun.
I agree.
Jasmine said quickly. Jeff sighed.
Fine. But I want to check out the gallery when we're done. That creepy organ in the corner looks like it could be fun to play.
He gave Brad an exaggerated wink. But Brad didn't catch it. He was already holding Jasmine's hand and going into the next room. You ushered the rest after them. Mohammed bringing up the rear, you heard more skittering and shivered. If you saw any rats, they were getting kicked 3 stories down to their deaths. The bounce room was everything you wanted it to be. Once again, the fun house was made of rooms that just didn't go together. The balcony leading to this room had been lined with pictures of cheesy horror monsters. Inside, however, it was packed with bright and colorful foam and rubber obstacles. The floor was made of trampoline panels, and the walls were slanted with more trampolines. Pillars stuck out from the floor and the walls, creating a strange maze of blockades. More hung from the ceiling, held aloft by chains wrapped in see-through neon rubber. And there were no little kids to get underfoot. Happily, you threw yourself into the bounce room, soaring with your first leap to crashing into a rubber block hanging from above. It knocked you back somewhat painfully into a pillar, but you still went down laughing. Now this was the fun you had come for. The others were soon having their fun. Brad and Jasmine tried to bounce off the walls and into each other's arms. Jeff used his weight to bounce Audrey right up to the ceiling. She now swung from obstacle to obstacle like a little red-headed Tarzan. Mohammed bounced on a singular tile, constantly shoving his glasses back up his nose.
Whoopee,
he said dully. After turning yourself into a human pinball, you shouted to the others.
Who wants to race through the obstacle course? Last one at the top has to buy everyone else dinner tomorrow.
Jeff turned to you and his jaw dropped. He then screamed in terror and fell behind a pillar. Mohammed pointed at you and stuttered.
Look!
Rats, you thought angrily, and turned around. You almost wet yourself. Standing in the doorway was a massive creature, partially illuminated by the light of everyone's phones and Brad's flashlight. It had a long, sinuous body that gleamed eerily. Black carapace and slime coated most of the salamanderish frame. Multiple arms pulled it through the door. Long maw with too many teeth grinned at you. One massive clawed hand reached for you. Brad screamed and barreled into one of the hanging obstacles, sending it right into the creature's claw, knocking it aside.
Run!
Jasmine screamed.
Where?
You shouted.
Up the tower and down the slide.
It'll catch us.
Brad shouted back.
There are some maintenance tools over here.
He pointed to a corner.
We can fight it back.
Are you kidding me?
Jeff squealed in a high-pitched voice.
Brad, no!
Audrey screamed.
Hey, run!
Mohammed shouted.
You got me?
Brad asked as the creature collected itself, pulling its entire body inside the room. You noticed with horror that human bones and fleshy limbs hung from its sides and belly. There were even faces along its neck.
We can fight this thing together.
What choice did you have against this monster? There was no time to ask dumb questions like how or why this thing was here. It continued to grin at you, drooling black liquid. It was hungry. Only 2 questions mattered. Would you run to the top of the tower and escape down the slide? Or would you stand your ground and fight? Make your decision and comment down below, or go to the Camille's Harem subreddit to cast your vote. The results in the next installment will be up in a few days' time. Until then,